3. Hi, my name's Eadyn, and my question is New Zealand addressing the rise of immigration well? And I'll be focusing on the barriers to settlement. My partner will be discussing the exploitation of migrants in the workplace. New Zealand is widely regarded as a unique place, renowned for its natural beauty, culture, economic freedom, and quality of life. Immigration has played an important part in shaping the modern New Zealand, but are we suffering from our own successes? What is immigration? Immigration is the act of coming to live permanently in a foreign country. And why do people do it? People may choose to immigrate for a variety of reasons, such as employment opportunities, to escape from violent conflict, environmental factors, educational purposes, or to reunite with family. The problem. Barriers to settlement and employment for new migrants is a problem. In this part, I'm going to discuss how effectively Immigration New Zealand has targeted resources to overcome the barriers that some migrants experience when settling into life in New Zealand and finding work. Most employers are reluctant in hiring immigrants, but why? Well, business owners can be hesitant for many reasons. For example, there are concerns about English speaking ability, the lack of confidence in modern interview methods, a lack of appreciation for overseas qualifications, and concerns with the quality standards for certain industries overseas. Why is this a problem? New Zealand had an increase of 64,000 migrants in 2018. Barriers to settlement is a problem because most employers are hesitant to employ migrants because they have a lack of awareness on how to work well with these immigrants. This reluctance affects new migrant settlement experiences and their employment opportunities. Some stakeholders have said having an accent seems to be a barrier to employment. Even if migrant speaking proficiency is high, research has found that job seekers who speak English with a non-Anglo-Saxon accent have larger hurdles to face in obtaining employment in New Zealand than those who speak without such accents. Migrants said that the pressure to find a job is stressful and frustrating when they consider that they left behind good job opportunities elsewhere. They end up feeling New Zealand employers do not want them. In a study taken by the University of Auckland, they found out that more than half of the 1,600 workers hooking up homes to UFB for chorus were migrants on temporary work visas, and more than 70% had English as their second language. Now to talk about the political side of things. There's also extra pollution and land pressure on the land, yet the Green Party supports our immigration program. The Green Party highlights water pollution issues and carbon emissions, but don't question adding more people to New Zealand. To maintain our living standards, we need more and more people. We need to export more and more stuff, like extracting more milk from pollution-creating cows. Because the Greens are so far on the left side of politics, they could easily argue that our environment is precious and we can't afford to put more pressure on it through increased population. They could credibly say this without being branded as anti-Asian, xenophobic, or racist. Now let's talk about the economic factors. In a recent press release, Business New Zealand was again banging on about the lack of skilled workers. But is our immigration policy actually bringing in skilled workers? All too few of our migrants are really highly skilled. As for wages, if you are in an occupation with lots of migrants, such as a chef, a restaurant manager, or dairy farm worker, yes, your wages are suppressed because of the competition with these immigrants. People say Kiwis won't do these jobs for these wages, and they won't. But if you took away the immigration option, you'd force the wages higher and more New Zealanders would shift back into these sectors. Most New Zealanders can identify foreign-born people who make vital contribution in their workplace. Firms that rely on the value added by migrants can attest this economic value. To produce more with less input requires innovation and ideas, which are more likely to occur when people are connected and have more exposure to new information. This is where migrants have huge potential. Evidence of a relationship can be seen between immigration and innovation in New Zealand. A 2014 study found that firms with newer migrants are more likely to introduce new goods and services, processes and marketing methods, as well as being able to enter into new export markets. A transcending analysis across 48 studies reveals that international trade increases with migration flows between countries. A Treasury paper found that increasing the number of migrants to New Zealand from a country increased the probability of New Zealand exporting to that country. The effect is even stronger for international trade and services where migrants can help firms overcome cultural barriers. Steps taken locally. A recent improvement is that Immigration New Zealand has placed more emphasis on working with employers to support successful settlement outcomes. Because some barriers that new migrants experience stem out from employers' attitudes or lack of awareness of how to work well with the new migrant employees, this is a positive change. Steps taken globally to improve barriers to settlement. Around the world, immigration agencies have created more awareness to business owners on the job shortage skills list to employ new migrants. New immigrants face many challenges with the help of immigration agencies. They can easily settle into a country when given employment opportunities. Solution. I recommend that Immigration New Zealand use the information gathered from the Migration Research Program and work with other agencies to rationalise and better target resources to overcome known barriers to employment and provide services needed for secondary skilled migrants and temporary work visa holders. I also recommend that Immigration New Zealand continue to improve the information that provides to potential new migrants so that they can be more realistic with what will be like in New Zealand. Thank you for watching. Oh. So yeah. Also, I broke half his tape.